Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on mysterious and weird, true stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 694, written by Iniquitous Pearl, when everything in the universe is repeating. For the last week and a half, I've been noticing little things happening, but now it's starting to get to me. It started with watching videos or TV. I will be watching, no buffering, and high Wi-Fi points, etc. Then whatever has been said on whatever I'm watching will repeat itself with no issue and then carry on, seamlessly. For example, I was watching a video and the girl on the video said, "I don't know what is going on, but I don't like it." She took a breath and then said the exact same thing again, word for word, exactly as she just did. It was the same scene replayed. When this first happened, I thought nothing of it, but then it started happening on my phone too. I started rewinding videos or restarting movies to see if it was uploaded that way accidentally, but they were all normal. I tried to brush it off, but a couple days ago it started happening while talking to people too. I would be talking to someone and then they would repeat what they said exactly, the same as if they didn't just say it before. At first, I could try to logic my way out of this weird occurrence happening only while watching YouTube or Netflix. But now, I don't know how to logic my way out of people speaking to me face to face and then repeating. When I ask them why they said it again, they are adamant that they didn't. I've asked the people I live with if they have been experiencing this too, but no one has. I start mouthing the end of the sentences when it happens, and they look at me as if I'm batshit crazy. But to me, they literally just said and did the exact same thing only moments ago. It's like I'm glimpsing the future a few seconds ahead, but I have no idea how. Case notes for file 694, when the universe just keeps repeating itself. So this happened to me too, just recently. Maybe not the same context exactly, but it seems very strange in hindsight. So I was trying to sleep at my ridiculous 7 a.m. or so, 6, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. sometimes. And, I was in and out of it a bit. It takes me forever to fall asleep. But even if I'm tired, like 30 minutes or so. So I have Netflix on my phone, just in my recliner, trying to doze off. I have Stranger Things on, and I'm, laying down, eyes closed, still processing the sounds, the dialogue of the scenes. And Nancy was saying something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember it was maybe 10 seconds ahead. I was processing, okay, this is what she said, that's the storyline, and then it looped back on itself, and she repeated exactly what you just said. It's weird though, at the time, I didn't think too much of it. I thought, okay, maybe it was a tech glitch or something. And then I'm reading about this story and how in the comments there are so many people that apparently are experiencing this, and not just in media, but even with people in real life, where they're seeing them. They say something, and then they repeat it, and their mannerisms and their body movement and their tone of voice and everything matches exactly. It's repeating the exact same thing. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be recent. I don't think it has anything to do with CERN or, being sucked into a black hole into the warp zone, 40K style. But there is something weird going on. It seems to be a new type of glitch, where maybe the server isn't able to process things quickly enough, so as to loop them back seamlessly. It's weird. Have any of my listeners experienced this, I wonder? Let me know. It's very interesting. And disturbing, too. Bonus file. Written by BaldGalYaKnow. Definitely not an echo. This happened a few years ago. I couldn't sleep, so I was sitting at my desk. We had recently moved houses, and my desk was positioned directly next to my window so that I could see the flower field. Our closest neighbors were miles away from us. I decided to open my window. For context, my room was on the second floor and I never open this window. It is extremely rare for me to open windows because I have terrible allergies. It was almost midnight and I decided to open this window next to my desk to let some air in. I should have known something was off because it was extremely quiet. There were no cricket noises or anything. This window had no screen, and when I looked out, it was pitch black dark outside. I couldn't see a thing. My sister and I love The Little Vampire, a cute movie. For anyone who knows the whistling scene, my sister and I would replicate it with each other when we were kids. I decided to whistle, I'm not very good, but I managed to get out one very long, shrill whistle. Everything was still silent outside until I heard a whistle back. I have good relative pitch, what someone knows as perfect pitch. It was my exact same whistle repeated to me. I literally froze, and then it did it again, so I whistled back. However, an ear-splitting whistle and shriek returned. It was as loud as a train passing by. I fell out of my chair, scrambling to close the window. Everything in my soul was telling me to run. My mom ran from downstairs and asked me if I heard it too. It was literally shaking for hours after that. We moved about a year later, but I never opened that window ever again. I would like to hear possible explanations you all have. The only thing I know is I never want to encounter that again, whatever it was. An echo is a sound bouncing on a surface. It is not a sound being repeated from open air or a sound different from the original, coming back as loud as a train. So this couldn't have been an echo. Creepy file number 36, written by BaldGalYaKnow. The connection was intercepted. I gotta get this off my chest. For context, it was probably after 2 a.m. I was on a WhatsApp call with my girlfriend. We were talking normally. Soon, her voice cut off from the call, and I started hearing a child. I assume a little boy. He was talking, more like babbling like babies do. My girlfriend has a younger brother. He is 13 or so. It couldn't have been him. She didn't have any family in her room with her. This was quite odd because it sounded like whatever it was pretty close to the microphone. I said, "Jess, who is that? Jess?" Then as suddenly as it started, it ended and an eerie silence took over the call. "Jess?" I asked again. Jess responded, "What? Are you all alone?" "Yeah, why?" I just told her, "Nothing, just curious." I left it at that. A couple of months passed and the strange interference happened again. I'm sure it happened after 12 a.m. this time. The call with my girlfriend got interrupted and a really staticky conversation between two ladies came through. It was too staticky. I could just make out a couple of words. I said, "Excuse me," like at least 5 times, and "Hello?" I got no response or reaction. When silence filled the call once more, I called out for my girlfriend and asked her, "Did you hear that?" She said, "No, what did you hear?" I told her what I heard and she just stayed silent. I calmed her down by saying, maybe someone tapped into our call or my phone somehow intercepted another call. I'm not sure what it was. Trying to reason it made me more uneasy. Thinking about a thing tapping into our call was creepy. Imagining that it was some creep hacking my cell phone connection actually was worse. Some months later it happened again. This time it was worse. It happens during the early hours of the morning. The call got interrupted and I heard on the other end this chilling high-pitched and fast laughter. It slowed down and lowered the pitch until it was the deepest laugh I've ever heard. It shook me to my core. The laughter stopped and it started crying hysterically, and after a few seconds of wailing, it stopped. I immediately told my girlfriend and she got really scared this time. I told her to forget it and go to bed. I will never forget about these 3 incidents. It still freaks me out. I fear calling my girlfriend because of the interference. If someone can explain this or had similar experiences, please share in the comments.